Hi everyone, this is Maria. Welcome back to my channel. So in the last few months I have been working hard on decreasing my collection. Over the years I have accumulated a lot of plants, a little over 300. I also started collecting some of the tropical plants. I don't have a lot of those, but I don't have a greenhouse. I live in Michigan, which means that plants have to go in and out. I also am minimalist in heart. I don't have a lot of clothes. I don't have a lot of shoes. I don't have knickknacks around the house. I like the simplicity. I don't have a lot of colors in the home. I think it's ideal to have a greenhouse. So if you don't have it and you don't like the clutter or a collector type of a look, because I like things to look nice and not too overwhelming in my space because that gives me anxiety. I think then in that case it's good to figure out which plants to keep and which maybe to give away or sell. So the way I did this, and which I would recommend you if you're trying to do the same thing, is I was trying to ask myself which plants give me the most joy. And in that process I have decided I will no longer collect kalanhoe plants. I have kept only 2. And I also have got rid of casterias, got rid of some of my lithops and mimicry plants, and I have also decreased some of my favorite collections like Corsula and Echeveria, and just keeping the ones that are really loving the care that they're getting in my environment, because sometimes you can have favorite plants and they're just not growing well in your environment and you can repeatedly kill them. So I wanted to start by showing you this space here in the bedroom because I really like how I incorporated the plants in the look of this room. Our bedroom is very simple. There is bed, there is dresser, and there is not much colors. There is nothing on the walls at the moment. And even when there is, I don't really put a lot of stuff on the walls. I don't have a lot of decoration. So having plants here by the window, it really doesn't bring that feeling of a clutter. It looks really nice, and I really like how I combine some of these different color pots. There is like just a few different color of pots and different plants, and they seem to be happy here. So our bedroom is pretty simple, as I said, and I have here IKEA white shelves that works really well to place a lot of pots here. And I have mixed different types of plants here, succulents, so it's not just one variety, and I like it this way. I actually decided that I would like to separate this look where I just have Corsula collection or Echeveria collection or just cactuses. So I have a mixture of Echeverias and haworthias. So for example, there is Echeveria gavoides here, and then I have a number of haworthias in these cute white pots. These are terracotta pots from Michael's that I painted white, and there is few intruders among these haworthias, like this limestone or aloe at the end. And then I have some cacti here. Have some Corsulas, Senecio. I do have some empty spots because I'm going to be taking some more plants in and finishing arranging this area. There is some more haworthias, this haworthia that's now full of blooms all over. This tropical plant I love so much. Look guys how much it grew. And this is the color, green, and on the back side it's like a reddish color, but it got so bleached by the sun. So these are all firm leaves, they're just bleached from facing south, so it probably would need to be somewhere else, but I still love it because I have a little bit of this color, kind of like the back of the leaves on this tropical plant, on this Hoya, and on this Graptoveria silver star. So I love the flow of these colors. So I have like a paler greenish tones, and I have this reddish green combination in these plants, and the blooms on this one, and then I have some darker tones like in haworthias, and then I have some bluish tones over here. So I really like it, and I have some addition of stones, like I have a little geode here, and then I have some I forgot how these are called, but they're like grayish color, so I felt like they go well with haworthias. And yeah, so I would love to do something like this in the other spaces in the house, like my dining room and living room. But before I start working on that, I want to show you a haworthia that I got and try to find the perfect pot for it. So I have been looking for a right plant for this pot, and I found this haworthia cluster on clearance for $3, and it's a little bit dehydrated. It has some I have to clean it up a little bit, but this is variety that I don't have here. I think I have it in Serbia. My mom likes it, so I think it's going to be a nice new addition. I became quite a fan of haworthias. They're such an easy plant. So I'm planning to pot it up here and see how it looks. Oh guys, look at that. Root bound. Has some really large perlite. Anyway, I will clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna probably trim these leaves at the end. So I think I'm gonna add some more soil before placing this haworthia in. One of the difficult things that I found with these round pots is you have to fill up these sides because it's hard to do this later. So I try to do that the best I can, and I see I'm nowhere close, so I'm gonna add some more. Just kind of pack sides as if you're making apple pie, and there we go. That's much better. A little more soil. Okay, so it's not gonna be easy adding a little bit to the sides. So I'm gonna start cleaning it up and then just trim these dry ends on the leaves. So here's the final look of this one, and actually guys, I don't think I'm liking it. I don't know. I don't like how small this is compared to the bottom. It's almost like it's too small for this pot. So I'm kind of thinking, should I just move it to a different planter? And this is how it looks. Not sure. So since I don't like this one in this pot, I'm gonna take it out, and I'm thinking to try to put this one in and then use this pot for maybe this one, because it's been kind of really dehydrated. I think it's too small of a pot and these pups cannot grow, so that's the plan. It's a little bit wider. This is one of the kalanhoe plants that I kept, but the other ones I did not. Okay. Checking the roots. Anything in the root? Okay, I think this will work. Just filling the holes now. I like this much better, guys. And this is a good fit, so I'm gonna clean it up, and then I'm gonna put this little crystal back in here, and that will work. And look at it, guys, it's just perfect fit. I love how this kalanhoe panda plant looks with this pot. And I added little crystal here, and I think it looks beautiful. So this is what I did with this haworthia plant. I divided it, so I sold part of it because there's really a lot of it, and then I ended up putting it in a small plastic pot, and I think I haven't watered it, so it still has a little bit of dry ends. But I don't know that this is the best possible option, but I like it better than how it was, so I think I'm gonna keep it in here. So here is the leftover of the same haworthia. I decided I'm gonna get rid of this square pot that I used to use for some of my mimicry plants, and I wanted to sell it. So I made an arrangement with triple head haworthia. I can't remember the exact name of this one, and added this, and this is pumice on one side, and then there is these big white rocks on the other side. So hopefully somebody will want to buy it. I'm gonna put it on marketplace. And now I'm gonna show you some other areas in the house where I wanna work on rearranging my pots and creating a different display. So Jeff made these shells, guys. I was telling you that this one, string of hearts, it really has a hard time being there because it's dragging on the ground and needed something taller. So I think I'm gonna have to change the pot because this is kind of heavier pot. This is not super sturdy, but I think it's gonna work for some of the pots, just a few pots that I need to put here. But I now want to move this big philodendron to this side just to see how it's going to look, and move these plants from here. Sorry, Kyla wants outside. So I'll just temporarily place them on the table here. I just love these plants. They have done so well on this side facing east. So I just hope they're gonna be okay when I move them to some other place. So these are the shells that I'm gonna probably not use this time here. All right, so let's see how this guy is gonna look over there. I think because it's so big, I would like it to sit somewhere alone and not to be surrounded by other plants. So I'm just trying to look. I think I like this better. I might cut either this leaf or this leaf just to kind of make it stay more in the center. This is the oldest leaf as far as I know, and it's getting a little bit yellow. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. So now I'm going to work on this area, bring some benches here and try to start arranging the plants. So I brought two of these IKEA benches, shelves here. They used to be here in the past with the cactuses on it, and then I don't know why I changed my mind. But I think that philodendron here behind the table was just taking a lot of space. And I really want to rearrange this completely to it doesn't look like just a line of black pots, but to have some variety of color, kind of like in my bedroom. So that's the plan. But first I'm going to go quickly repot this one into a light plastic pot so I can place it right here on top. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is a narrow form Adansonia monstera. It doesn't like a direct sun. This one is really dehydrated. I got it recently from Home Depot. I have a wider form, the other. So I'm hoping this corner here is not going to get as much direct light. So I'm going to place it there. I hope the same thing for this beautiful prayer type of plant or whatever it is. I forgot, because I just love this one. It's so beautiful. So maybe somewhere here. Not sure about this one, if it's gonna get enough light here. Just love zigzag. Epiphullum. So beautiful. Maybe this other side. This peperomia, and it probably needs to be somewhere away from the light. Might even be on the ground here or in the corner. I'll have to kind of experiment for a week or so and just observe these plants and see how they respond to the change of spot. But I do like this better here. Now hopefully the string of turtles will be happy here too. So I repotted string of cards to a lighter plastic pot, this one, and I tangled it the best I can. I think there is a few little strings still tangled, but I think that this will work out. One thing that I read is that you really want your string of cards top leaves here where it's starting to grow get the light, so I wanted to make sure that they get some light there, and then also the strings to get some light. Yeah, I have the variegated one that's much smaller. This is regular one, so I'm going to probably put them next to each other and then move these plants a little bit. So this is going to be work in progress. I think I'm going to end this video here. So you can see I placed this peperomia here, and my ficus really loves here. I learned that this variegated ficus tenicate, I think that's how it's called, loves strong sunlight, and it hasn't lost one leaf for months, just keeps growing new ones. I'm just wondering if I need to give it a bigger pot. Then I found this beautiful pot at TJ Maxx and repotted my huge haworthia. This is my biggest haworthia. Quit, Kylo. Yeah, and I have some sansevierias here. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this to look better. And I'm not happy how this is just placed there, but it needs to be rearranged. And the same thing over here. I placed a lot of plants here, as you can see, but I will probably rearrange them to a final look over the next few weeks. This shelf still needs to, since it's been screwed, we need to fill these holes, and also since we didn't want to make damages to the windows and the trim around the windows or the window seal, we're gonna use Velcro here to connect this shelf to the window. I think it's not super sturdy, but I'm gonna have just a few light pots that have tall, long plants, so I think it's gonna work out. So I'm really excited about that. And there's my philodendron. I ended up cutting two oldest leaves on the bottom. Now the new leaf is just emerging. I'm sure this week is gonna come out. So, and I think I'm happy how it looks over here, so I'm gonna keep it there. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this and got some ideas for your space and how to arrange the plants. See you soon in the next video.